Good morning. It is Monday morning, October 20th. It, I think, is just a little before 9 o'clock here in St. Louis, Missouri. It is cold. Not like cold, but it is chilly. When the temperatures go from, 140,000 down to 46, it's a little chilly. And I'm not turning the heat on yet. No need. I will bundle up. I am getting ready to go into my gig on a Monday, which I don't normally work on a Monday. But I'm Kitryn Marie. I reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I am an artist, writer, speaker, life and business coach, published author, teach a variety of art enrichment classes, personal development classes, to help you live a better life, to help you see perception, perspective. I'm putting my shoes on because I got to be walking out the door here shortly. My classes, we talk about color theory, we talk about productive environment, we talk about all kinds of things in any of my classes. My business coaching class is a private class for women who want to start side hustles, want to learn how to monetize their gifts, their talents, make a little extra money for this side hustle, to get all of us through the economy. Working on that painting. I will get back to it at some point. But my manager, she called or texted last night after I'd worked my gig. Sunday nights suck working, let me tell you. People, if you're going out to dinner on a Sunday night, remember, just because you're out, not everybody else wants to be out. By the time your bartenders and your servers are paying their food runners, servers are tipping out their bartenders, the money that they are not making on the little bit of tips that you are rendering don't go very far. And it puts everybody in a really bad mood. So be mindful if you're going out to dinner on a Sunday night. Pay attention to what time the kitchen closes, the restaurant closes, and who is on the floor trying to get out the door. But anyway, my general manager texted last night, hey, can you work tomorrow morning? And as much as I wanted to say, no, I want to go get my nails done. I've got sauce I need to make. I need to figure out where my house payment is. Because I had said inadvertently it got sent to the wrong mortgage company. Something in me said, no, you better go in today. Just like when I was getting gas the other day and I happened to look up at the flashing lottery numbers, the amount that's in the winning pot, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it's calling to me. And I went and bought lottery tickets. But I wanted to touch base this morning because it's hard to do these videos during the week because I am so mind spent. I could be working on my second book. I could be putting together that cookbook. Something's wrong with my sock. I could be putting together that cookbook that I want to do. I could be putting together the coffee table book. But no, instead I'm being the responsible 64-year-old, still trying to keep up with all the 20, 30, and 40-year-olds in the restaurant industry. I think our special this week is some fancy kind of shredded duck with nochi dumplings, which is a potato dumpling. Oh my God, it's delicious. We tasted it last night. It will be on the menu this week. If you like duck, it was decadent. But I wanted to ask you, I'm sure most of you are already at work, and the ones that have retired, good for you. I'm trying to get there. In fact, I was thinking this morning, I probably should be in NOLA in the Garden District drinking Bloody Marys. I should be packing a bikini and heading to the beach, chasing in between hurricanes. Because I think it is hurricane season. I'm looking at my calendar trying to figure out when I can take a few days off so I can get the hell out of here, out of St. Louis, praying that the car will get me to where I want to go. Because although those little bitty escapes kind of do something temporarily to your mood, you have to understand wherever you were going to, wherever you were returning, if you were trying to escape all the misery and then only to return to it, you don't return to the things that have broken you, the things that have made you unhealthy, the things that are not paying your bills. And although a change of scenery is always good, in my business coaching class, this is something that I say to my creative-minded women. If you're going someplace out of a different area than where you are living, could you make a living in that place that you were going? Now, I think in my head where I've been over the last, 10 years. Been to Arkansas. Could I make a living in Arkansas? I could. I could in the very touristy parts. I have been to Mountain Home. I don't think I could make a living there unless I wanted to go work for a hospital or a nursing home or any elderly residential, but that's not my thing. There were next to no coffee places, which I don't think I would want to do. But if you went over to Eureka Springs on the other side of where Branson is, very much I could make a living. There are bars, there are grills. It's a very touristy, it's a very artsy kind of community. Anywhere in Branson, I could make a living. Again, touristy, because the art classes that I teach are geared towards people who are looking for entertainment and fun and things to get them out of the logical parts of their life that suck. So where else have I been? I have been to Pensacola. Could I make a living in Pensacola? Absolutely, I could. And although I was not able to go over to Navarre or the main part of Pensacola, there were quite a few places that I knew I could make a living. Could I make a living in New Orleans? I think I could figure it out one way or the other if I could get past the stench. Where else could I? Where my sister lives in Platteville, Wisconsin, I could make a small fortune in her small town. And although she does not have that same ingenuity as me, and she is wired differently for corporate, she does not understand the gold mine that she is sitting on. And that is the thing about when you were trying to start these side hustles, when you were trying to take the creative side of your life to earn that extra income so you feel better about yourself. Your gifts, your talents are being recognized. You are being noticed for contributing to a community that needs what you have. Where else have I been? Tennessee. I could do almost anything in Tennessee, through Chattanooga, through Knoxville, through Franklin, through Gatlinburg. Let's all go up to Cherokee, North Carolina. Let's go to Bryson. Let's go either farther. Was it Wilmington or was it Lexington? Very much could make a living there. Going over to Pleasure Island, which is on the farthest peninsula, I believe, where the ocean meets up with the waterway, the byway, I don't know what it's called, very much. But in all of these places that I have been, I always stop and I ask myself, if I moved here, could I make a living? If I moved here, what would it do to my health? If I moved here, what would it do for my mind, for my emotional clarity? I talk about those things in my life coaching class, putting a vision board together that I have over my sewing machine that is all about nature and horses and moving to East Tennessee. It does something good for me personally to know that I had that experience, that I had that adventure. And whether you start that new habit that becomes that routine, when you are changing your environment for the better, it has no other way but to behoove you, to make you be a better individual. Right now I am trying to learn a little bit more about traditional Chinese medicine. I'm fascinated by it, and from all my previous videos, most people know I am very much against functional Western medicine. And if you are carrying anger within your body, traditional Chinese medicine says there is a malaise in your liver. And with reflexology, there are certain points on your hands, the bottom of your feet, even parts of your face. If you are having breakouts, if you are having psoriasis, and you are having eczema, it is due to your liver, your spleen, parts of your stomach. And what are you doing to warm your insides? And like my grandma always used to say, when you're making soup, when you're making something fresh, when you're making something from scratch, and it is just warming every bit of your body, those things heal. And when you are healing your liver, when you are healing your spleen, when you are healing your stomach, it's not all about what you are digesting internally, but it's what you are taking in through your environment, through the people that you surround yourself, through to the job you go to your home that you're coming back to. All these things make a very big difference. And when you are traveling and you are trying to escape, knowing you have to go back to the things that have broken you and made you unhealthy, you were creating that repeat, rinse, and recycle that keeps you in that environment that is not good for who you are and how you need to be living. But I am Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri, an artist, writer, speaker, life, and a business coach. Once I figure out the 4 days I'm taking off and where I'm going, I will bring you along. Like I said, I'm trying to get myself together, get myself out the door to be the warm body on the floor today because I was needed. Fingers crossed on that lottery. I got big plans, but I would love to have you in any of my classes, my acrylic painting class. You pick your theme. I bring the supplies. It's $40 a person. How to put a vision board together. There it is. Based in life coaching, perception, perspective. It's $65 a person. You provide all the materials if you are interested in learning how to start your own side hustle. Right now, there is a very big sale. It is $65 a person versus I normally charge $95 a person. It is a private class. We talk about your gifts, your talents. I teach you how to go live. I teach you how to do video, the little bit of editing that I know how to do. I show you how to do that. I show you how to take all your pictures to use for social media marketing and how to brand who you are, who your identity is in order for you to make money based on the gifts and the talents that are within who you are. But for today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for everything. Fate turns on a dime. You decide what side of the coin you want to be on. Reach out, kitrynmarie@gmail.com. Take care, and I will see you real soon. Bye.